Meister is a freaking monster who understands how to fight that matchup, because normally Game & Watch gets destroyed, but we'll see if he's able to make the adjustments. Obviously, Space Station GG in chat has a bit of bias here, but we're going to stay as even as we can. Getting into game number 1.
Yeah, man, I couldn't have said it better myself. You definitely hit it on the nail when you mentioned unorthodox characters, because Mr. Game & Watch is, king unorthodox. But like I said, man, we'll see how it shakes out here. Obviously, Ike definitely fares well against Mr. Game & Watch, but Meister is just so calm, cool, and collected, man. He's a real game bot, like he knows what works. He's never gonna do anything super flashy, and it's going to be effective, and you're gonna have to figure out how to deal with it. He's not gonna let up under any circumstances. And right now, off to a pretty strong start against Chicagoland's very own Ravenking.
Yeah, one of the things that Meister has to recognize and consistently beat out, which he has been, is not only are the ledge options not great for Ike between get up attack, going for maybe a fair, you get beat out by that, you get beat out by neutral beat every time. But the range that Ike has, that he's able to just put onto Meister, is going to be a huge deal. Meister has to consistently outspace, kind of play from behind a little bit, but then beat out the jumps, get those ledge traps. Like you see right here, 155 going to have a bit of a struggle finding the kill maybe in center stage, but a back air on a jump read or one of these fares that connects will take the stock.
Yeah, for sure, man. As you see, Ravenking just try to get some offense generated. Meister catches him with the up air and the up B once again. Good recovery back to the ledge though from Ravenking.
Yeah, you see right here, this is the issue in the matchup. Look how hard it is for Game & Watch to find the KO, because Meister actually can't commit. It's too frightening. But you find the jump, there you go, finally finds the back air on Ravenking. And this is very important, holding this lead. Unfortunately, to the detriment of many people's eyes, it is going to be on Meister kind of to slow the game down, other than when he finds an opening, because you can't commit too hard, otherwise Ike is going to destroy you at 70%.
Yeah, no, it happens, man. As you can see, it already is happening, unfortunately, for Ravenking, as Meister has really, turned the heat up on the second stock. And again, it's just a steady diet of, up B's out of shield, man. Ravenking able to get the back air to secure that stock right there, but, still having a fair bit of ground to make up.
Yeah, and Ravenking definitely still very much has plenty of opportunities. You find an air dodge read forward smash that Ravenking loves to do so much, and you kill Meister at 40. And you find yourself a KO option pretty soon right here. You look at him looking for the landing for the down air. Now it's going to be on him to find the opportunities to punish up B out of shield. It's so good, and now Meister's at KO %, and we're at an even game.
Yeah, that's how it can happen sometimes, man. You see Ravenking going for the empty hop and, maybe trying to get a spot dodge out of Meister. But the long-lasting hitbox of that move will spell curtains on that second stock. So Ravenking now once again back on the back foot.
Yeah, Ravenking once again just getting caught at the ledge. This is just really what Meister understand. The best thing that Meister has understood, and he's just so good at, holding advantage, realizing that Ike hasn't been in trouble landing. He's probably gonna throw out an air. He's maybe gonna throw out down air. That's about it. So you just keep putting out that pressure. He takes a lot of unnecessary damage that he would love not to take, but that cancel off that side B into the immediate F tilt is gonna get it back to one stock apiece. Albeit, though, a very large deficit in facing against Meister.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Unfortunate for Ravenking. He'd already exhausted his jump. Meister threw out a bomb to Clank with the quick draw, and that's going to be all she wrote right there, unfortunately. So,
it's one of those things that, when you fight against the Ike matchup, I am both a great commentator for Ike and also a bad for the Ike scene, because I tell people our weakness. Whenever you have a character like this, you put out a hitbox that causes the early usage of quick draw. If the jump is already expended, they fall, unless that air dodge can get him close enough. So once he realized that Ravenking used his jump, just putting that fair out there, you're in a plenty good position. If you get hit by side B, you're fine. You're at 0. I just saw it on Twitch running it back. So you don't die there. So just put it out there. Be willing to shoot the side B, forces Ravenking to either go too far away or just to a position where Ether's not going to make it back.
Yeah, no, I couldn't have said it better myself, man. You're the one sharing all your trade secrets with the world, so it'd be what it be.
I'm actually the imposter in the character cord.
Yeah, you're definitely sus amongst
let's be real, the character cord's been kind of sus lately, but you know, it's but anyways here, in the game number 2, you know, Maister running it with Ravenking to small battlefield. I like this stage for it. You have the platforms, not only for the ethers, but you have the ability to kind of navigate around some of what Maister wants to do, even though Maister still has plenty of combo extensions he's gonna get, like so utilizing those platforms as well.
Okay, but once again, the fish is mightier than the sword right now, as you know, that tried and true edgeguard man with the neutral B, able to keep Ike at bay here. But Ravenking able to adjust nicely, get himself back in the center stage, and you know, back in a favorable spot for the most part.
Yeah, unfortunately for Ravenking, he wanted protein. He ended up asking for salmon, got sashimi. He was not a fan of it. And right now, Maister is continuously just annoying him with those neutral Bs. But that ether actually not killing just yet. That was actually a bit of the stage and good DI from Maister not dying yet. And trying to bait out a jump or something is Ravenking, empty hopping below Maister a few times to get that up air. Still not able to close the stock out yet, though.
Yeah, able to get back to the ledge, but Maister continuing to put up a wall of things for Ravenking to have to navigate here. You see Ravenking maybe going again to try to read the spot dodge out of the empty hop, but Maister just not giving it up to him.
And Maister continuously just controlling the landings. Like, what do you do here? Now, yeah, you cover the air dodge. Absolutely. He already gave up the fact that he was going to use the air dodge last time to get back. So Maister had the data to put that fear out there. And even if he got hit by the ether, was probably still fine.
Yeah, for sure, man. You see him once again going for the empty hop, but this time goes for the grab. You know, let's see what his answer is going to be here. Maister again stalling at, you know, Great Chop stalling his recovery. You know, Mr. Game Watch is such a hard character to edge guard.
Yeah, just trying to beat out that up B is such a pain. Just like, and the fact that he just kind of floats away so easy. But just trying to punish a dash attack on shield, trying to, what you think is an opportunity to punish, but at least you finally got in there to get that ether to find the KO.
Yeah, man, it be like that sometimes. So, see what the response is going to be here. Again, Maister with the up B out of shield. Ravenking not having much of an answer for it. Oh, and that is going to be all she wrote. Again, that low back air. That spells curtains for many a character's recovery, especially a character like Ike. So, Ravenking now down pretty big right here.
Yeah, well, great horizontal, a bit of a detriment on a vertical recovery. Just forcing him to go low, bit of an issue. Now, this is great for Maister because not only is Maister up a stock, but he can actually afford to trade if he can ever do so, because it seems like Ravenking is waking up here, starting to find a bit of percent, but losing it, not being able to continue it up, that's a bit of a problem. You need to find and close this stock. 78%, it's already at KO percent. If you can find an F tilt, maybe a jump read back air, that could do it.
Again, Maister just continuing to add on to his lead right here, though. Finally getting his first hit in that second stock, though. Ravenking was doing a great job of just not, you know, playing elusive and not getting hit.
Yeah, honestly, he's just so... And I like the fact that Maister constantly dips to the side. A lot of people, for some crazy reason, decide to just try to land directly above Ike. One of the top 10 scariest situations in this game is being directly above Ike. So the fact that he keeps dipping away to this side platform, it forces Ravenking to show that he can win on ledge traps. And although he's gotten a few, he has not been outright winning by comparison to Maister so far.
Okay, goes for the grab release, maybe trying to get something cheeky.
Hey.
When Nair outright kills, man.
Hey, that'll
really
do. that's a part. That's just a big part of this matchup. The fact that Ike is he's just so strong, and the weight of the Game Watch displays against them, and Ike can close the gap like so. Looking for the air dodge in, but Maister not giving to him. However, this pressure now kicking in, utilizing the disjointed range that he's been able to, but Maister finally finds a Nair to beat in. Still, this game has all of a sudden become even.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. But once again, Maister able to turn the tables, you know, get back into advantage state. Ravenking trying to generate some form of offense, but able to fight his way back down with an air. So now Maister has to be the one that could be, you know, potentially worried here.
Yeah, you see, I like the idea that out of Ravenking there, jumping and then just jumping away, realizing the position was not comfortable, and just staying out. Good spacing as well with the Nair to avoid getting punished. However, Maister does have him on the ledge.
Having to be very careful here. Going to drop the Ferris to potentially create some space. The up B out of shield once again, the tried and true. No way. Oh, no.
Absolutely demolished by that up air, finding the range that he needed to get that extra bit to get the KO. Good job by Ravenking bringing that back, because Ravenking was in a position where he was actually struggling a bit to get KOs on the ledge traps, so he was forced to try and find opportunities on stage. Then as the game progressed, the ledge traps got better. He was able to find the grabs, found that nair that to everybody's surprise actually killed, and then finding the up air. Good job, and I think the stage pick definitely helped, which is why I think we're not going back here.
No, I would be very shocked if we went back to the stage. And again, that's just great resilience there from Ravenking. You know, things were definitely looking rough for a second, but you know, you're never out of it, especially against these you know, lightweight characters, man, like Mr. Game & Watch. You just kind of have to accept that might be a part of the game if you're Maister, that, you know, you're playing against his heavyweight. He has a kill confirmed at high percents, and you know, sometimes you just die. So
ooh, and sometimes you just pop off because of people like Storm throwing in 5 gifted subs to Space Station GG. Appreciate you, and also you got to let me be distracted as I lied because we ran it back the small battlefield. Maister's still feeling very comfortable on the stage, except for the fact that he's been met twice by the Ethers on approach. 3 times attempt, that time finally getting beaten out with the up B of his own.
oh no, baby. What is you doing?
It's a 4-course meal, and the Ravenking was ready to serve it up. That was not just 1 attempt, 2 attempts, 3 attempts, but the 4th finding the chance to kill. And this is huge. Ike with a lead in this matchup is so important because it makes it so Maister must stay in to find the kill. Because Maister can rack up damage all he wants, but Ike's going to live to infinity. So it's on Maister to find his opportunities a lot harder compared to before.
No, for sure, man. That's definitely going to be a huge factor here, as now Ravenking gets to play a little bit comfortably. Now he's at a higher percent. Again, great read on the empty grab, on the empty hop right there. And he's been doing a great job getting baits out of that as well. You know, he's been able to mix up getting grabs and stuff. And great use of the F tilt, one of the best moves in Ike's arsenal. Very, very strong.
Yeah, and a bit.
You see him starting to run away with this a little bit now, Ajax.
Yeah, a big change-up has been the down tilt pressure. Ravenking has been able to actually beat out a lot of what Maister's been doing. Maister did get that grab, though. That was excellent recognition of it. After the jump was called, Maister got the grab, which actually forced one of 2 choices. Ravenking either landed with a hitbox, or he decided to air dodge, and Maister covered it.
Yep, despite losing that stock, Ravenking very much in the driver's seat right now. The empty hop F tilt will spell curtains for the flat man, and you know, now Maister now in unfamiliar territory, down 2 stocks here in the rubber game. So if you know, whoever wins this game is going to be set up huge in regards to counter pick advantage if this game goes to a 5th set. So we shall see how it shakes out here.
Like we said in earlier sets, this game 3 is so important in the shift of like the way the match can go. Obviously, we ran it back to small battlefield, but if so choose, Maister, if he happens to get this game, can take a good stage away from that game 5, make it harder for Ravenking just to get in. However, we just started on Smashville and we're here, so it seems like Maister's willing to box because of the fact that he has to get in and took 0 damage that stock to bring it back to even.
Yes, sir. And once again, the upbeat out of shield will provide good damage there for Ravenking. But that lead has, like you said, since gone away. You know, Maister definitely is much closer now.
Yeah, and honestly, one of the big adjustments Maister has made, even after losing that Ether stock at the very beginning, Maister runs in to hit the peak of all Ether attempts with his own up B. And oh my god, going for the potential of just assuming that he wasn't going to smash or something there, try and maybe read a jump or something, but he does not get the forward smash, and that could cost him if Ravenking can somehow get some momentum back, potentially starting here.
Having to be careful here as Ravenking, as Maister has definitely turned it up to 11 here. Once again, gets to grab.
Good patience from Ravenking, not going in. There's that down to pressure again and finds the up air, and that is why this matchup is ridiculous, because he died at 95 after the hit. Even after Maister had that big lead, all it takes is a few openings from Ike to find his way in and deal with one of the lightest characters in the game, currently up 2-1. Does Maister pull out one of those clutch games we see out of him all the time? Such an incredible, talented player, one of the top 10 of PGR prior to everything happening. Obviously, we're going to see some adjustments here. What do you see out of Maister to find find success, to make sure that doesn't happen again?
To say what the answer for that is, man, because like he's been playing the Game & Watch game. You know, Ike touches his shield, he uppies at a shield, and Ravenking takes like 35% or something like that. It's just one of those things where like you can't change like how early you die to a kill confirm if you don't get hit by it. You know what I mean? It's like Occam's neutral. Like the simplest solution is just to like, you know, try to avoid those scenarios where you might get hit by that. And it's weird because Mr. Game & Watch has like surprisingly, like in a lot of sets I watch Maister play, he has like surprisingly good survivability. But in this matchup, he like definitely fits the mold of that featherweight where like you get hit by a confirm, you know, a little bit earlier, later than you might expect to die at, and that you die. So
100%. Can we get some cat jams? We got some great music with the Gangplank Galleon going on in the background. This is one of those songs that can get you hyped up or possibly be the spell of your defeat. The final boss possibly in Ravenking for the winner's side of Maister's life. Can Maister bring it to game 4? Even though he's been holding percent leads, he is potentially at a down tilt up air away, or potential raid like an up smash attempt there to try and just destroy a stock. We've already seen how early Maister can die.
Yeah, it's definitely scary, man, for sure. But once again, you know, Maister has, you know, generated a lead here.
It's still crazy though, because this is just straight up even. Like Maister has to get a hard read, potentially hit him with an up smash on a roll read, find that down air, down smash. I'm so surprised that he's still alive. He was a falling up air instead of rising, so he's still in it. But this Ether is gonna get the first point on the board for Ravenking.
Yeah, again, excellent stuff there from Ravenking. You know, definitely feeling the juice of that breakdown in Gangplank Galleon, I'm sure. But also just playing really, really solid. So, yeah, let's see if he can add on to this lead here, because Maister's done a really good job at closing the gap, you know, to say the least.
Yeah, unfortunately, finding his way off and then still finding an answer with that Ether. The grab range of Ike being abysmal, getting forced off stage, but you see the comfort in Ravenking as this match has progressed. And answering things like, not all of our, Game & Watch's down air is huge, because that makes it so much more difficult for a Game & Watch to land. And look at this, 166%. You have to find that forward air at the ledge like so, and that's going to put Maister back into 2 stocks apiece.
Yes, sir. So, you know, let's get Maister has always done a great job at closing the gap, but let's see if Ravenking can extend this lead here. And just like that, that's the beauty of Mr. Game & Watch, AJ, is that he can, you know, surmount any lead possible. But unfortunately for Maister, he's just had a hard time finishing his plate.
Yeah, it's all about that kill power. Just like this damage is easy, and he's gotten it back, and this is looking very good for Maister. But he has to find that victory at the ledge. He has to find maybe a back air that forces Ravenking into a bad spot. He has to find an answer like that forward air again. But Ravenking's going to be thinking about it, so he's probably going to be utilizing something like up B at the ledge to beat it out next time. What is he going to do, and how does he close it out? Potentially looking for an edge guard here. Actually, no, Ravenking's going to mash out.
Oh, okay, could up be out of shield once again to catch the jump. Maybe trying to protect a fall off with that, you know, with that down smash. Oh, no way. And that's it. At least on that second stock, that's it. As Ravenking once again takes the stock with the Aether. So now in prime position to set himself up for top 8 winner side here against one of the best players in this bracket left in winner side.
Yeah, the Radiant hero versus the hero of Spacestation GG. Spacestation trying to have their final boys still move on into winner's top 8, but Ravenking has something to say about it. He finds an answer to the Ether once again, but he still cannot close the stock. And he looks for the forward air again at ledge. Ravenking, honestly, very confident, still going for those, even though he's been caught by him a few times. I think he's just trying not to give up a roll to potentially get hit by a down smash.
Yeah, no, he's definitely playing the brave game right now. As you see, Maister will still, even with the dash attack in the middle of the stage, gonna get the sparks, but not enough to get the stock off. And this is the percent where it's gotten scary for him, man. You know, Mr. Game & Watch finally gets the kill with the key right there.
Hold, chat. We're not out yet. Maister hanging out, waiting, trying to find an opportunity to bring this back. 42%, but that's easy for Game & Watch to put on. Can Maister run it back is the key. That is not a good thing to do. Get grabbed into fair. Obviously, he's going to be looking for a down air attempt, and he just misses it. That is huge. Maister still has a chance.
Yeah, just like that, one conversion for Mr. Game & Watch has brought it almost all the way back, Ajax.
Yeah, and like that, just laps him in percent now. But the thing is, this is still... Oh my goodness, just misses the down smash. That could have been huge. But Ravenking conditioning the landing, but doesn't do anything about it.
Oh man, this is getting so close, man. But again, Maister has to be very cautious of the situation right now.
See, Maister is turning it up. Maister is starting to find it. However, he's still a stray hit away from dying at pretty much any point. That Nair is going to force Ravenking into a weird spot. He's going to dodge the forward air, and still the pressure is on from Maister. Can Maister somehow... He was looking for the quick draw, and he finds the fair, and we're going to game number 5.
Wow, that was incredible, man. It was definitely a closely contested set, and that's what you mean, man. You know, Maister keeping Ike in disadvantage was huge for him right there. You know, he did not give Ravenking that opportunity to set up that conversion that he was so painstakingly looking for right there. If any of those aerials connected, Maister was a dead man. So
100%. Look, stocks are up, and we are seeing a trend in Maister. Maister was able to just tap into something. Keep Ike at disadvantage, like you said. The landing on Ike is rough. Finding his way around those up airs is difficult. Finding the KO is more difficult for Maister, though. But he was able to do it. And that is going to be huge, depending on how this next game goes, to see if Ravenking can replicate that success we've seen from those other games and find that victory moving on into top 8. Or does Maister continue the potential run for the final representation of Spacestation GG here in Winterside?
Yeah, no, the space station has not yet been compromised by aliens, Ajax. So we are going to have at least one more game to figure out who's going to be moving on here. Again, Maister made the necessary adjustments that he needed to, which is just, you know, not get down tilted or
somehow not die. Also avoid that down air at the ledge. I have no idea how that didn't hit. That looked perfectly timed, but hey, you take that every time. I wouldn't be surprised if you run it right back to where we just were. It seems like the Grand Tour has only been to these Battlefield of the small variety, snack size, fun size. But I don't think we go somewhere like a PS2 that just gives Ike more room to run away from the pressure that Maister puts on. I think we run it back. We're getting into game number 5. Winner moves on into the winner's side of top 8. Loser goes into the loser side. And we're going to run it to Battlefield of the normal variety.
Yeah, listen, you know, sometimes you don't want the son of a Baconator, you just want the regular Baconator. It's like, I'll take the calories, it's fine.
And sometimes, hey, you gotta finish the whole plate. You want the whole thing. I didn't want to cheat out. I want all that food. Well, right now,
I want 2 patties.
Can I get some extra bacon, please? Except for Ravenking. Ravenking wants nothing to do with it because, as we've seen, the bacon and the neutral be just so good, just being able to keep ledge control. However, we haven't seen that too much lately. It seems like Ravenking has kind of understood the way that Maister's ledge trapping was the first few games. If Maister could find that again, that's enormous. However, so far, we've seen 2 of them play the greatest game of chicken that we've seen to start this game.
Yeah. Definitely a case of you hang up. No, you hang up.
I'm not coming in. No, you come in.
Yeah. Definitely, I'm sure many a Valentine's Day couple figuring out what they want to order for dinner tomorrow. So.
Oh my goodness. And here we go. The pressure all the way up to the top. It won't find KOs, but it will find an annoying amount of damage. Here we go. Looking for the ledge trap or the edge guard. But here we go. Once again, finding a grab. And he forces the jump out of Ravenking and catches him with the up air, but misses the follow-up with the up P, which could have very much been more pressure from Maister.
Yeah, Maister has done a really good job simulating that the floor is indeed lava and that Ravenking is not allowed to touch it. He has done a really great job just generating so much pressure and hit him with the chair. Great catch on the Aether that did not re-snap the ledge right there from Ravenking. So Maister up 1 stock in the last game here.
Yeah, enormous, but also still, you see Maister given as much respect as possible because he understands that just a few stray hits away from losing his stock, even here on Battlefield, is a potential thing that could get Ravenking back in the game. So now, Maister's actually slowed it down until he found that air-to-air, finding the jump out of Ravenking, looking for a potential nair, but luckily, just enough. Look at that, 89% up to hit, still could have died possibly to that up air off the top.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. You know, great pressure right here from from Maister. Again, it's very simple stuff, man, but it's effective. Like, I always kind of forget how much damage like Mr. Game Watch can do with just like a simple up B and up air catch out of shield. It's like kind of incredible how efficient it is.
Yeah, honestly, like just being able to condition bad landings, or I mean, who needs conditioning when you just run up and do it? There's that burst option you mentioned before, that quick attack out of shield, just going for that dash attack and closing out that stock. Now, Ravenking, you see he's trying to exert some pressure, find something on landing. Even behind this much in percent, you still have to respect it if you're Maister.
No, 100%, man. You know, Ravenking has shown that he has you know, the blood of a warrior for sure. He does not shy away in these situations that definitely might look unwinnable, but still, Maister has just had a really solid game plan so far. Ravenking hasn't really been able to generate, you know, any of that you know, success offensively that you saw, you know, in games 2 and 3.
Yeah, and that's just a huge thing. If Maister continues to play that defense that has stopped that pressure that they had from games 2 and 3, then he is in a golden spot, because then he gets to continuously hit over and over. Even at 186, this is fine, because you can still just keep kind of playing away from Ike as long as you don't let Ravenking get back some momentum. However, it's starting to look like it. Even though it's only 2 hits, you always have to be worried, because Ravenking is very much a freight train you want the brakes to stop on.
Yep, insert the Jim Carrey gif from Dumb and Dumber here. So you're saying there's a chance.
Oh, I love that one. But also, one of the things you always have to do is just make sure that you just keep away in situations like this. You make sure that even though at 202, you don't get too hungry for the KO, because if you do, you're gonna die. Like, this is ridiculously close, even though it may not seem like it. And finally, at 214%, the up throw is finally going to do it.
Yeah, no, definitely not a kill throw by nature. It's a throw that kills instead, but still enough to get the job done. And kind of an awkward situation there, getting stuck on the corner of the platform at that rapid jab. And just like that, Maister has once again started up the train of racking up damage here, as Ravenking has you know, hasn't been able to get a solid hit in neutral in for the last, like, you know, 10-15 seconds.
Yeah, and now Maister is playing the best game of keep away I've seen in quite some time. He has recognized every single aggressive approach out of Ravenking. Ravenking has been trying to zone break consistently, landing with quick draw, trying to rush in with the nair on landing, not being allowed to do it. This stock is being torn apart, and It was masterfully done by Maister, sending him to the moon, taking it 3-2, going into winner's side, and still running it back after what was a ridiculously stressful set.
Yeah, Houston, we no longer have a problem, as Space Station Zone Maister has moved on into winner's side top 8 after like we said, closely contested set so far. It was not looking good. You know, you worry about, again, someone's you know, psyche in a set when you get rage killed like that, you know, and, you know, are kind of on the back foot. But